spending my first Christmas with just Sarah Joy, and normally we trade off every year visiting each other's families, and this is our first one together. We're going to start building our own traditions, which is cool. And New York, woo, favorite place in the world.
I'll be home with family, yeah, just in a really small environment. I'll be just having this most romantic time of the year with the Christmas tree and the candles and a good dinner and a good lunch on the 25th and all the presents. Looking very much forward to it, especially after having been away from home for so long this year. It's going to be really very, very special to actually spend some quiet, quality time at home with the loved ones.
So David Phillips from Southampton. You have duetted with many big names in the music world, your latest being Catherine Jenkins. Which other would you most like duet in the future?
Duets in the future. Anyone who would like to duet with us. How about that? Would you like to duet?
Michael Jackson? Sorry.
Posthumous duet. They've done that. That could be
a virtual one.
Yeah, virtual duet.
Very interesting idea again.
It could be done.
I actually, there's no, I think Eminem would be fantastic, or Bjork. Myself, I think it would be someone really that people would be very surprised of.
Beyonce.
Not anymore.
Beyonce, she's pretty sexy.
You only have 5% of batteries on your.
Next question.
Next question.
You done? Okay. What is the craziest thing you guys have ever done in your lives? That's from Tessie Lee, Vietnam.
I can't tell that, of course.
You were 30.
That is assumption.
Yes. Okay.
It's the craziest thing you've ever done.
I don't know. I've done many things. Obviously, I cannot turn from the camera. Because,
Oh, you too.
yeah, it's
I see.
dirty.
Well, the craziest is Il Divo for me. That's the craziest. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Einstein is crazy.
Craziest
Every day.
thing I ever did was jump out of a plane.
I was just going to say, one of the craziest things I've ever done was jumping out of a cable car in the Swiss Alps on a bungee.
Was it bungee?
Yeah.
Haha.
Pretty.
Me jumping out of a window because nothing.
They were after you.
They were after me.
All right. Erin Riley from the United Kingdom. Why was Isobel, which I think is Isabel, were not included in the greatest hits? It is the most beautiful song, and you sing it so passionately. Why was it not included? With so many choices.
Yeah. It's a good question.
Oh.
The greatest hits was actually very difficult to narrow down off of 5 albums, and if you count the Christmas album as well, to really just kind of isolate all of these things. And in a way, I mean, they're all great tracks, and if we could release a greatest hits that had 60 tracks on it, that's what we would do. It's just, it's not down to just the 4 of us and what we feel. There's more people involved. There is the record company, there is our management, there's our mothers, they all have opinions, and of course the fans as well. And so we took the top picks, did some polls, and partially this album is down to you. So I guess you didn't vote enough for Isabel. Terribly sorry.
It's kind of the box set.
It's in the box set.
An all-encompassing greatest hits box set of LT everything that we've ever done.
What are you doing?
He told me to have a month.
This is weird.
I love everybody.
We're
talking about Isabel.
Yes.
If you could be fluent in one language that you don't already know, which one would it be, and why? For me, it'd be Russian. Because I think it's a beautiful language. Actually, when we were in Russia, it was really interesting, and I think it'd be really interesting to sing in Russian. And it just sounds sexy.
Nice.
For me, apart from Spanish, would be Japanese. I would like to speak Japanese. I mean, you do.
I do some. I feel like I have been studying Japanese now for going on, 6 years, and I don't really feel like I've evolved much beyond that of what a 3-year-old can speak. I do my best, as they say, ganparimasu. But yeah, I think being fluent in a language is so difficult. I'm still not even fluent in English. I'm still learning. These guys are teaching me English all the time.
Ja. Ja, ja. Natürlich. Ach, doch.
So I think for me it would be Chinese.
Really?
Yeah, I think just because there's so many Chinese speakers in the world, and yeah, Japanese is another one I thought, but actually, I think in Japan you get along easier with English, but China is such a big country, big part of the world with so many people who speak Chinese and only Chinese. I think that would be very interesting.
Last question.
This is a question for Urs. When you could wish one special Christmas gift for you, what would it be? Something